Hello everyone, today we are going to see how we can use Google Meet for teaching. This is a simple demo video for all the beginners out there. So first you have to open your Gmail. Even if you don't open Gmail, that's also fine. But here in this tab, you will find a lot of options. Here you will find that Meet button, right? You need to click on that one. So it will take some time to open up. So once it opens up, so there is an option called New Meeting. There is option called New Meeting, right? So either you can create a meeting for later, or you can start an instant meeting. But I personally suggest you to schedule in Google Calendar, because it will be more convenient for the students. Say for example, today is 23rd of January. If we are supposed or to schedule a meeting for 25th of Jan, how can we do that? We will see that in a while. First, we need to click on this button, schedule in Google Calendar. So again, it will take some time to load. So once this opens up, the window will look something like this. Okay, so in this side, you see there are some options, guest permissions. So these are some of the check boxes you need to either check or uncheck. So you can modify the event. If you want to invite others, you need to click on this one. Okay, click and see the guests list. By default, these two will be there. Fine. So say for example, if we want to schedule a meeting for, let's say, in this window, as you can see, even if you don't write down the location, that is also fine. But say for example, if you want to write down a location, that's also okay. Let's say the location is Uttara, Dhaka, Bangladesh. So you need to click on this one. Fine. So notification 10 minutes, that actually means that before starting the class, before 10 minutes prior to the class, you will get a notification in your email inbox. Okay, this one email will be sent 30 minutes earlier, and there is a notification button as well. Fine. Then we need to head on to this one. So as we are supposed to schedule a meeting on 25th of January, we need to click on this one, 25th. So instead of 25th, you can take any other dates as well. Just to show you, I'm giving you an example. Let's take 25th of January, and let's say the time will be 10 a.m. or let's say 10:30 a.m. So if we want to take a 1 hour class, then 10:30 to 11:30 is okay, right? Okay, so now we need to add a title as well. Let's say it's a demo class 1. So once we are done with this, we need to save this one by clicking on the save button, right? So as you can see that as we have saved it, once we have saved it, it will be in your Google Calendar. Here, as you can see, when we click on the 25th of January 2021 from the calendar, it shows a demo class option. Okay, fine. So you can click on that one and then click on join with Google Meet. Okay, this is as simple as that. So say for example, if you want to take a class, let's say now it's 1:50 a.m. here, let's say we want to take a class on 23rd of January at 2, not 2, let's say 1:55 a.m. So in that case, what we need to do, first we have to write down the class name, that is demo class 2. So once we are done with that, we have to change the date. The date should be 23rd of January. Then what about the timing? The timing should be from, let's say, you can change it manually by double clicking this one. So 1, let's say 1:53, let's say. We will start our class from 1:53 a.m. and it will end at, say for example, it will end at 2 a.m. Instead of 2, you can write down any other values as per your requirement. In our case, we are keeping it 2 a.m. Okay, so the class will be conducted from 1:53 a.m. to 2 a.m. Okay, so now we have to save this. So event is now saved. So want to get better notifications, if a pop-up window comes up, you can click on the continue button. Okay, and you can click on this allow as well, and even if you don't allow, that is also fine, it's up to you. Then you need to head on to this one. This one means the class schedule, so it will be here. So the time is now 1:52 a.m. we can start our meeting right now. So this is demo class 2, and then we can add Google Meet video conferencing, and then we can join with Google Meet. Okay. Fine. So as you can see, my camera is starting, but now we don't want to show our face, so we can turn off the camera by clicking this one. The camera gets turned off, and we can then turn off the microphone. I don't think it's a good option because we will be presenting something, so we cannot turn it off. So then we can join now. Click on this join now button. Okay, so as you can see, we have created a meeting, and now I have launched the meeting as well. So on the top, I shouldn't say top, it's bottom left corner, you find a joining info, right? You can copy this joining info, you can copy this link or copy this meeting link, and what you can do is, let's say you have a group. Let's say if you have a Facebook group, you can paste the group link over there. If you want to share the group link with your students, that can also be done by sending them an email invitation. That is also fine, and you can share your calendar as well. So I will first show you the basic thing. So first head on to your Google account, your Gmail account. It will take some time to load. So meanwhile, let me show you some other options. So as you can see here on the bottom right corner, we have this present now button. So once we click on this one, we will be able to present our presentation. Okay, and here on the top right corner, we have these two options. By clicking on this one, we can chat with the other people, and here you will see the list of participants. By clicking on the top right corner, you can see the number of participants that have joined in your meeting. Okay, so as I was telling you that I have already copied the meeting link, so that meeting link can be sent to your students by copying and pasting. So this email is taking some time to open up. Let me try another one. I hope this works. Okay, now we need to head on to the compose. Okay, here. So another way, I should say, there is another easy way of doing it. If you have a Google group, you can share the link there as well. And in most of the cases, students are very familiar with the Facebook as well, right? So what you can do is you can create a Facebook private group, and you can share your link, this link, prior to the class on that specific Facebook group. So it will be easier for the students to get notified. Okay. So anyway, now I will show you how you can present your work. So you need to click on this present now button, and as you can see, three options are popping up. First, you can either present your entire screen, or you can show a window. That actually means, as you can see, there are different windows. So in this case there is only one window, but if there are multiple windows, you can choose which window to present, from which window to present. Okay, or you can share a tab. As you can see, we have this different tabs. So you can either, if you want to share only a piece of information with your audience, in that case you can click on a tab that you want to present. But in my case, I would suggest you to go for this one, your entire screen. So once you click on this one, okay, select this by clicking on this one once again, and then you need to click on this share button. Okay, so once you start doing this, it will look like this, and you won't be able to see any difference from this. But when you are presenting your students, if there is any student here, the name of the students will be shown here, so they will be able to see the whole screen that you are presenting, this full screen. Okay, so now let's do something. Let's minimize this one, and let's say we want to present from a PowerPoint presentation. Do we have any? My desktop doesn't look good, sorry for that. But let's say you want to present, which one to take, which one we can take. Okay, say for example, let's take a paper, this one. I'm taking this paper. Okay, it will take some time to open up. So how you'll be able to understand whether the sharing options is working properly or not, you can understand by looking at this one. Meet.google.com is sharing your screen. When you want to stop share your screen, you need to hit this button, stop sharing. Okay, So as you can see, now we are sharing this paper. So say for example, if you have a PDF file, you can teach from the PDF file as well. If you want to teach from a paper like this, from a PDF or a PPT, whatever you want, you can do that. So let's say we are trying to make the students understand this paper. So we are going to go through this article, comparative study on KNN and SVM based weather classification models for day ahead short term solar PV power forecasting. Okay, we can highlight this one. So accurate solar photovoltaic power forecasting is an essential tool for mitigating the negative effects caused by uncertainty of PV output power in systems with high penetration levels of solar PV generation. Fine. Weather classification based modeling is an effective way to increase an accuracy of day ahead short term solar PV forecasting because PV output power is strongly dependent on the specific weather conditions in a given time period. However, the accuracy of daily weather classification relies on both applied classifiers and the training data. This paper aims to reveal how these two factors impact the classification performance and to delineate the relation between classification accuracy and sample dataset scale. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is you can open a PDF file, you can highlight this one like the one that I have done here, and you can explain the important points like this to your students. Okay, so this is how you can share your screen and you can present your paper, or even if you have prepared a PPT PowerPoint presentation, you can teach the students from that PPT as well. It's up to you. Okay, and I think there are some other functionalities as well. So there is a thing called a whiteboard. Whiteboard is typically handy when you want to draw something. So let's click on this, start a new whiteboard. So it's creating a Jamboard. Okay, so the internet connection is a little bit slow, so it will take some time. Okay, so sorry for that. So there are different tools. As you can see, there is a pen tool, this one is the eraser, this one is the select option, and this is the sticky note, and you can add an image also. So let's say if you want to draw a graph like this, okay, you can use your mouse. In my case, I'm using the touchpad, so it is not becoming smooth. Okay, sorry for that. So let's say this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and in the x-axis we are trying to, let's say, write down, let's say, number of hours. Okay, number of hours. So number of hours starts with 0, then, or number of hours, or you can say this is 0 hour, first hour, second, or you can say time as well, whatever you call it, time or hour. And it is becoming a little bit cumbersome, difficult for me to write because I'm using the touchpad. Okay, let's say this is 0, this one is 1, this is 2, this is hour number 3, and then we have hour 4, and so on and so on and so forth. So same goes for this one as well. Here we have 0, then we have 1, 2, then 3 like this. If you use a mouse, good quality mouse, the graph will be much more smoother, so you don't have to worry about that. So at first hour, let's say when the time is 0, the internet traffic was 0 as well. When at time 1 a.m. internet traffic was, let's say, 1, what should I say, let's say 1 Mbps. At 2, the internet speed, I should say, not traffic, was 3 Mbps. And let's say at 3 a.m. the internet traffic went down to 2, and at 4 a.m. the internet speed was again, let's say here somewhere 4 will be here, and then we have 5, let's say 5. So the graph will look something like this. Isn't it? So this is how you can present a graph. So there is another way of plotting a graph, that is, you can capture a video, okay, beforehand by your mobile phone, write down the things on paper and make a video, and you need to store that video where? In your laptop. Let's say we have a video here. Just click on this. Just click on this one. This is, I think this is the easiest way of sharing the videos, okay, and graphs. So yeah, as you can see, some delicious fishes are being cooked. Okay, this is an example of showing your video. Anyways, so these are some of the basics. I hope you have understood. Let's get back into the Google Meet platform. So I hope I am able to give you some basic idea about how you can present your presentation using a Google Meet, using the Google Meet platform. And if you want to stop your meeting, you need to click on this one, stop sharing first. Okay, stop sharing, so that the things I was sharing till now, the PPTs, the PDF and the video, will now stop. And once we have stopped sharing, what you need to do, we need to hang up the call or leave the call, okay, by clicking on this one. Fine. So this is all for today. This is all for today. First, let me leave the call. So as you can see, we have left the call, left the meeting. So this is how we can create a meeting, join a meeting, share our presentation. Okay, it's a very simple one. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, feel free to let me know.